Welcome, everyone. This is Austin back at you with part 2 of the Seven Nation Army Couldn't Hold You Back. There was some information that is really important that I wanted to share with you. If you're just joining this one and you missed the last video, I highly recommend you go back and listen to that. There was some great content about developing your purpose, about rising above, about creating inspiration from within as opposed to being motivated from without. The United States in 2018, the total ad spend for all companies was $151 billion to get into your psyche, to get you to take action, to buy their product, buy their services. And I'm not here to say anything bad about that. What I'm here to say is, why not be an active force in your own life? Create your own marketing plan to yourself. Create your own marketing plan that you can deliver to yourself for you and your family. But here I want to talk about purpose, because this is something that is really important to me. And people ask me all the time, how do you do this? How do you stay on here? Where do you get all this energy? And how do you do all this? And the one thing I want to share with you, it's purpose. I've taken the time to develop my purpose. I continue to develop. It's never done. It's a work in process. But the more I work on my purpose, the more I can get in front of you and inspire you to do the same thing and develop your purpose. And I want to share with you a gross example of purpose, a gross example of how powerful purpose can be. Purpose, mission. Can we be on purpose? Good morning, Jenna. So here's the thing I want to share with you. And if you missed the last video, I highly recommend go back and catch it. There was so much value in there, and I'll try to highlight some of it here. But let's talk about the power of purpose. This is a gross example, but it has to do with something recent in the news, and it has to do with something many years ago. So here it is. We know that SpaceX, they just did their launch. It's been kind of a subplot to the craziness that's in the media. It's like you heard, oh, and SpaceX put somebody in space. They launched a couple people, got them into space. So how long did that take? How long did it take to get SpaceX to this point? Well, if you follow Elon Musk or you've been watching it, it took 18 years. It took 18 years for Elon Musk, private enterprises, to work with NASA and all the people to do this. Now, if we go back at the original moon, I think it took 10 years when Kennedy said we're going to put a man in the moon by the end of the decade. 10 years. Okay, how about this? How about this? The atom bomb. Do you know how long it took for the atom bomb to be developed? Well, we could say, well, it took, it depends on when you measure, but after we knew that the atom could be split, 27 months. 27 months. Back in 1943. It was the Manhattan Project. A single purpose: to design and build an atomic bomb. It took just 27 months. This is a gross example. And I just want to share with you the power of purpose. But can we be an active force in developing our own purpose? Can we intensify our purpose? And for many of you that are listening to this, you missed the first video. The United States spent in 2018 $151 billion on ad spend to get into your consciousness, to get into your psyche, to get you to buy products and services. $151 billion spent. Who knows how much the media spends to stoke you and provoke you, and most of the media does not have your best interest at heart. They want to get you to click. They want to get you to look because their ratings are so important. Their ratings are more important to them. I'm not here to beat anybody up. I'm not here to bash it. I'm here to call you. I want to inspire one person today. That's my goal. If I can inspire, can I inspire you today? Can I just inspire? Can you help me inspire one person today? One, just one person. So the point is that when we can develop our purpose, and people ask me, Austin, how do you do this every day? How do you get the energy? I just work on my purpose. And that's what I want for you today. And let me just do this. I did this for some of you, this is a repeat, but that's okay. So let's put this into perspective. The difference between 1 million and 1 billion. What's the difference between a million and a billion? Well, we know $1 million versus $1 billion, but let's put it into a time sequence. Like if we were to say, if we were to break 1 million seconds versus 1 billion seconds, what does that look like? 1 million seconds versus 1 billion seconds. Let's take a look. So 1 million seconds, it turns out, is actually 11 and a half days. Wow. Okay. So 1 million seconds is 11 and a half days. What's 1 billion seconds? 1 billion seconds. Are you ready? 31 3/4 years. That's the difference between a million and a billion. And so if you take that and note that the US total ad spend in 2018 was $151 billion. If you look at a trillion is actually 31,000 years. So if you look at these increments of time, and the reason why I'm just giving you some perspective here of what type of money is spent on ad spend to get you to move, to get you to take action. But what if you started to create a marketing plan to yourself, to your family, based on things that you choose are important, based on things that you want to put up on the wall? Because we know kids, adults, we all go in here, we all click on here, and we see news, we see social media. The messages are coming at us. You know, we used to watch the television more, but now we just look at this. We look at it all throughout the day. Click, click, click. And here's another thing, since I got a captive audience here. Facebook tracks your offline activity. Facebook tracks your offline activity so that when you go online into Facebook, they know how to market to you. They can profile you. They know. And by the way, let me share this with you. It's an interesting day in history. Let me share this because this is amazing what's happening today. Today, you know what today is? On this day in history, George Orwell released the book 1984. You can't make it up, right? So today, George Orwell released the book 1984. Does anybody know what that book is about? Jenna, how do you figure out your purpose? That seems to be everyone's question. They don't know their purpose. Well, Jenna, that's why, I've spent years doing this. I spent years struggling. I've spent years overthinking. And it's not that ever goes away, but your purpose is a continuation. Your purpose is right now. So right now, it's about writing down 3 things that move your heart. And there's a saying, if your why don't make you cry, you need to get a new why. But I think everyone has their why. It's just underdeveloped. It's like a muscle. If you're not going to the gym, you're probably not working on your purpose. If you're not putting, if you're not managing your money, if you're not putting 10% away, you're not giving 10% away, and you're not putting 10% into a side hustle, chances are you're not doing those little things. You're not working on your purpose. So this is an invitation. That's all this is. My videos are nothing more than an invitation to you to become an active force in your own life. And I have resources and people that I'm an option for you. And I have your best interest at heart, because I don't care if you work with me or not. You can work with me, but I want you to take action. If I get a message a year from now saying, hey, you moved me, you touched me, you moved me, then that's great. I win. You did something. You moved. Yeah, Big Brother is watching. That's 1984. And I would share with you some of George Orwell's quotes, but they're kind of depressing. But I will share with you maybe one of them here. Let me grab a George Orwell quote, because today is George Orwell's, today, in this day in history, the 1984 was released. The book 1984 was released. Actually, 1949, he released it. So if we look at it, this was the day. And by the way, he had an interesting life. I'm not going to get into it, but if you want to learn about George Orwell, go read about it. I mean, this guy's life was really interesting. But let me just grab maybe a couple or a George Orwell quote for everyone, since today was the day that the book was released. Now, he missed it by, 1984. We were okay, but we know what's going on today. And this is why it's so important to become an active force in your own life. You decide the messages that your family hears. You decide. You decide. You create. You create. Here's one of his quotes. Now, he's an eccentric guy and more like a doomsday kind of a guy, but nevertheless, we need to look at all contrasts to learn. War is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. That's one of his quotes. And yes, Big Brother is watching. That's one of his quotes. And here's an interesting one. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. Ooh, chilling. Let's see. Let me grab another quote here. Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4. If that is granted, all else follows. Why would he say that? No, because anyway, I'm not going to get too deep down the rabbit hole here, but there's a lot of things you can learn by George Orwell. And George Orwell, to me, is just a beware. It's a beware. It's the beware message. Be smart. Be an active force in your own life. Because the bottom line, I hate to say the bottom line, but it is. It's the bottom line is that the majority of people, it's not that they don't care about you. Like a lot of times people think people don't care. They're just out for their own they're out for their own agenda. They're out to hit their numbers. They're out to get viewers. They're out to increase revenues because that's the way our system was built. It's not that the system was wrong. It's just built that way. That's the way it was built. And so whatever follows, that's the fruit of it. And so people are working very hard. They spent $151 billion in ad spend in 2018. Who knows what it's going to be now, 2019, 2020. But this is why we must go back and continually work on our dream boards, on our messaging to ourselves. What is the message that we're sending to ourselves? Because you got the greatest marketing machine ever. It's in your own head. The greatest marketing machine is right here. And you becoming an active force and turning it on so that it's so strong so that when other things come in, you're less affected by them. You're the active driver. You're the active force in your family. You're the active force in your life. So give you a couple examples of purpose. I create a legacy based on love. I create a legacy that helps families restore. Yes, Jenna, I did my dream board yesterday. Congratulations. That's fantastic. It's vision. Your dream board is vision. It's working on the vision part of our journey. Work on your vision. That's part of your marketing message is your vision to yourself. What is your vision? What are you working on? I want to be an advocate in the community. And so you'll know when you tap your purpose. And here's when you know you tap your purpose is because action is the fruit of purpose. Most people are forcing themselves to act based on someone else's agenda or agenda that they're not tuned in with. But see, action is the fruit of purpose. So help me inspire one person today. Share this with one individual. Share it somewhere because it helps me get the message out organically. Because guess what? Somewhere on someone else's page, someone is sharing something political and someone is sharing something that's in the news media that all it does is perpetuate something that is not good. So why not share something is good? Because here's the bottom line, and I'm not upset about this, but bad things travel twice as fast as good things. Bad things travel twice as fast as good things. And that's just the way it is. But if one person shares, one person becomes an advocate in their own lives, and it makes all the difference. Each person has a call to step up in their own lives. Each person has an invitation every day. This moment right now is nothing more than an invitation. If you clicked on this and you decided to listen to it, you just got an invitation to dial into your own purpose, become an advocate in your own life, and give permission to other people to do the same thing. So, and why am I so confident? Because I believe that in the heart, people are inherently good. And if we can get people into their heart, the fruit of that must be good. The challenge is most people operate from ego most of the time. But if we can get people into their heart center, purpose, mission, community, then we know that the fruit of that is going to be good. So God bless you. Have an amazing Monday. Thanks, Jenna, for sharing this. I'm here. I'm ready to be a guide along your journey. If you want to know how to stay connected with me, we have a couple things. We have emergencylifecoach.com. You jump in there. We have a series, many life coaches on there we're building community around that. I have Flashpoint. That's the art and science of your big breakthrough. I want you to break through in your life and your business. We primarily focus with the side hustlers who want to take their side hustle to a full-time passion. But, the breakthrough is everybody wants to break through, because the moment you break through, you know it. You feel it. There's action, there's emotion, there's feeling, there's purpose, there's mission. All of that comes around the breakthrough. And there's a way you can create it, regardless of where you are, regardless of your past, regardless of what's happened. You can uncover your breakthrough. The challenge is we just don't know when it's coming, but it's there. It's there for every single person. Every single person has a purpose. Every single person has a mission. And it's to the degree that we can step into our heart and really dial into it, that we open it up, we invite it in when we focus on it. So where are you focusing today? Where's the most of your focus going to go? Is it going to go on your own development, or is it going to go on the media, the politics, and all this stuff that we really don't have a whole lot of control over? So that's the invitation. God bless you. Love you. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great Monday. Fantastic Monday. Brilliant, wonderful. Move your body, breathe, and just invite all good things in. Breathe in the good. Exhale the bullshit. Have a great day.